Welcome and thank you for joining us for the Behind Enemy Lines podcast on IAXISRADIO. Hold on to your seats and enjoy the podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that notifications button for future shows. IAXISRADIO, the future of radio and podcast, no limit.
IAXISRADIO, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Get behind enemy lines with Wiz and Gatekeeper on IAXISRADIO, the future of radio and podcast. They didn't come to play with y'all. Let's get it.
Tell you I love you without falling flat. More flowers and cards, you got a ton of that. More trips off the coast, maybe with a toast. You see I'm putting in time, really need to vote. Head full of these words, only one to quote. I choose you over the gold, that's an end quote. What I don't say, I attempt to show. On a journey through night, I'm guided by your glow. So blessed when you check yes over no. Have a question how I'm feeling, ain't no letting go. Sinner on my world, you a living pearl. Say it to the world, like I do to you. When I can't find the words, it be getting tough. You put a hold on the time when I get a touch. Get your mind out the gutter, I don't mean that. On this page I write facts and I know that.
It's been a while since I told you I love you. And it's been a while since I made up for all the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is something that I don't wanna forget. Knowing, girl, I'm gonna show you how much I love you, how much I need you. I want you to know that I appreciate you sometimes. I don't know how to say it, girl.
Most of the time I'm too focused on the grind to even let our home problems cross my mind. I knew I should've took a step back from my rhymes, but I thought dollar signs and half nigga dimes. That really was vibes, it never was true. I don't even know how I got up off you. I should've stayed home, but I ran into the road. Kept sneaking out, heart being cold. Looking at you now, I finally understand. It took me a while to turn into this man. I knew I had it in me, many nights felt empty. Without you, baby, what would it really be? Another desert storm tearing down every farm. On them nights when it's cold, I'll keep you warm. Word on everything, I put that on me. You'll never feel like you're lonely.
Girl, it's been a while since I told you I love you. And it's been a while since I made up for all the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is something that I don't wanna forget. Knowing, girl, I'm gonna show you how much I love you, how much I need you. I want you to know that I appreciate you sometimes. I don't know how to say it, girl.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday.
That's right.
Yes, I am the Gatekeeper, and this is my partner in crime.
What up? This is Wiz.
And if you don't know where you at, we're going to tell you this is Behind the Enemy Lines, ladies and gentlemen, every other Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on IAXISRADIO. Listen, y'all got to listen. I need y'all to do something real important right now. Wiz, tell them to listen. Y'all listen. I need y'all to share this, tag someone, at least 10, 12,
15 people. You know why? It's tourist season, all right? We got to reach out to the people. It's tourist season. We got to let them know that we about to be partying. We got the bat line, as you can see. That's the bat line, all right? You're going to call, right? We got a new number for y'all. They on. You got to let them know that we on right now. Right now, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure y'all do that. Share this live with anybody, you know, that's in your device right now. We want to go viral because the things we're going to be talking about is going to be off the charts. And for y'all who don't know, Behind the Enemy Lines is a podcast. We'll be talking about relationships for the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. All right, ladies, so make sure y'all going to be in tune with us because we got a lot going on. As you can see, brand new feng shui, man. New feng shui. So if you want to find us to see this brand new feng shui, where can they find us, Wiz?
They can find us on IAXISRADIO. They can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, 365 Live, Facebook, IG.
Anywhere you got a line, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere you can get online, you can find us everywhere. So don't be hesitant to find us on these other platforms because we got a lot going on. Great new shows, great new people. And also we got a new phone number, ladies and gentlemen, right? So I'm gonna give it to y'all right now. So if y'all want to call in, because this is a live interaction type of situation.
Hotline.
So if you want to leave something in the comments, make sure you do that because we're gonna read all the comments. We want to get in touch with our people. If you want to call in, the new number, okay, 914-716-6917. Okay, make sure that you
tell them again.
Again? Okay, 914-716-6917. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you do it. As you can see the logo.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? You see the logo.
I'm on the phone. You're going to have to call me back.
You want to call him back?
You call him back.
Remember that call where you used to go, beep? Get that call waiting?
Hello. Oh, you remember this?
Hold it. Hello?
How you doing?
For y'all young people, y'all understand that, man. Make sure y'all get some learnings from someone older than you. They can tell you about that call waiting. You have to hold the button and let it pop up. This.
And if you in trouble, your moms get that lock for the rotary so you don't use it.
Oh my God!
When you get in trouble in school.
I never had to go through the lock with the rotary, but I did have a rotary phone.
I did. My mom's had the lock.
You had the lock?
Yeah, the lock.
Yeah. Okay, but before I digress. We got a beautiful lineup for you guys today, okay? First and foremost, we got the wild card happening at 6:15, and the wild card is me and Wiz might be talking about some things y'all don't want to talk about or some things y'all do want to talk about. We might have missed. So that's your opportunity to throw it out there for us so we can talk about what you want to talk about or we can keep on talking about what we got going on. Yeah. And if you don't got one, I got one for you, Wiz. You know, I was in my work and I'm just going to call it mixed signals. That's what we're going to talk about right now. I mean, you got to do that. I mean, because they happen in the draft or we're going to talk about the mixed signals in the draft. But we got some other mixed signals that be happening between black and brown people and we got to get that right. So 6:15, be in tune for the wild card, all right? After that, it's about 6:30. We're going to what we call a pressure check. Tell them about the pressure check, Wiz.
Pressure check is when we put the pressure on y'all.
We got to.
When we call y'all.
We got to.
We call y'all.
We got to.
Wherever y'all at.
We call
I'm saying y'all could be in the movie theater watching Sinners. You know, I'll be like, yo, come to the side.
Oh, Sinners was good. Sinners was good. We're going to talk, Sinners
we're going
was
to talk
amazing.
about that too. But we're going to ask you, I'm saying, you can talk about the topic we're talking about. Or you can just add your own.
Add your own. Yeah, we're going to have that pressure check. Because we got to find out what's going on. You got high blood pressure, low blood pressure. We need other. Because me and Wiz, sometimes we don't agree. We might need that third person, okay? And that's why this is a live interactive show. Because you are that third person that can probably tell us and get us situated right. So 6:30, we're going to have the pressure check. And of course, you see Chucky. He's on deck, man. At 6:45, we got Chucky's Cut. And Chucky's Cut is our artist segment, okay? Where we want to turn strangers into family, all right? Yeah. So take an opportunity. You can send your music in. You can email us at bhlfamily52@yahoo.com, or you can reach out to Wiz on his Instagram, or reach out to me on my Instagram at Gatekeeper718, or you can call us on the hotline, and we can get things situated for you, okay? So today we're going to have a friend of the family here, man. Real good guy. Ty Benson is gonna be on. All right. And he gonna say, you fell in love with the you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to fall in love with the We're gonna have that lady. No, we gonna I forgot you. No, his song is gonna be played today. He's not coming in. He will be coming in for an interview real soon. So shout out to the Links, shout out to Franchise, shout out to Ty Benson. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's working with them. Also, my brother Enzim, he's with their team and they doing good things. They got an adult night that's happening on Sunday. They do it every Sunday here in the Bronx. And when I say adult game night, It's really nice, man. I don't mean like whips and chains and stuff. No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Like you can come down, get a nice plate of food. You can get some Uno. You can play some Connect 4. You know what I'm saying? They got dance games. You know what I'm saying? It's smoke friendly. You know what I mean? As far as hookah, they got hookah there. You can drink. And you're going to get some performances in there, you know what I'm saying? They might have liquor bills spending on the 1s and 2s. Real nice environment. I met some nice people there. So we got the flyer as well. We're going to bring that up. So make sure y'all check them out at the links.
Shout out to the links.
Shout out to the links, man. They get it done. And like I said, adult game night every Sunday.
And they were strangers that became
Game family. Yeah, it can happen, ladies and gentlemen. So Behind the Enemy Lines, like I said, is a podcast where we're talking about relations from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. So we got some hot topics for y'all, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to get into in a minute. You want to tease them a little bit? Because it's been a while.
Yeah, we can tease.
You want to tease them a little bit?
Yeah, tease them.
All right, because the first topic we might talk about, sometimes players slip. What you think that means?
That means you fall off your game.
You fall off your game, okay? And when we say sometimes players slip, we want to know what red flags do people ignore because the vibe is too good. Speaking about partying, the vibe is too good. Are you guilty, ladies and gentlemen, of ignoring some vibes and still getting with them, even though you see the red flags? We're going to get to that. What you think about that, Wiz?
It happens.
It happens?
I'm saying people fall in love and all that.
It happens. Shout out to Vocals by Jamel. We seen her on the check-in. And like I said, make sure you check her out. She got that Voice to Life tee. You know, so always one of the sponsors of Behind the Enemy Line. As well as, you know what I'm saying, Music Mastermind, Ken Candelas, you know what I'm saying? He also helps sponsor, you know, the Chucky's Cut. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to send your information in. So we got that topic we might get to. Then we might get to topic number 2, placeholder.
And we don't mean a kicker.
No.
I'm holding on the ball for him to kick it.
We definitely don't. Placeholder. Are men settling because they aren't financially where they want to be with a woman? How many guys would jump ship if their bank account was saying what it was saying?
I think a lot.
I think a lot.
If they're not in a happy space and that girl is like all dog and like, you ain't doing this, you ain't it, you know, that they would bounce.
So we might get to that, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to have some fun. Like I said, make sure you reach out and let somebody know that we live right now. Shout out to all the people with the Taurus birthdays. You know what I'm saying? Gatekeeper, we in the building. Shout out to all the women for Mother's Day is coming up because we're not going to see y'all before Mother's Day. So I want to take this time out to give a special Mother's Day to my mother, you know what I'm saying? To my second mother, Sandy Salter, in the building.
Happy to all the mothers.
All the mothers, you know what I'm saying? Happy Mother's Day if we don't see y'all. You know what I mean? Happy Mother's Day from me, Wiz, Chucky, IAXISRADIO.
Yeah, and the red phone.
The red phone. The red phone. Buffalo Don is in the building. He said, what up, fellas?
What up?
Also, shout out to Dawn Staley, you know what I'm saying? Getting her statue put up in South Carolina. Clap it up for her, you know what I mean? Shout out to all my South Carolina family. I know y'all enjoyed it and loved it. And actually, the statue actually looks good. It's not a bad statue.
Oh, it's not like D-Wade, right?
No, they ain't mess up us like they did D-Wade, man. It's a nice statue. Go ahead and check that out.
Oh, my goodness.
While we on that topic, my daughter's first track meet is this Sunday coming up, which is tomorrow. First, Takai's, shout out to her from Takai's Takes. Y'all see her next show, God willingly. That's when we have the youth talk to us about what's they got going on. So her first outdoor track meet is tomorrow. So I'll be in the sun all day tomorrow watching people doing the 400, 100, 200. I might get out there. Because it's my birthday. I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? My birthday coming up next week.
Energy.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like the week after next, you know what I'm saying? It's a Monday. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's after Mother's Day. So, yeah, after y'all party on Mother's Day, come holler at the gate. You know where to find me. You know what I'm saying? It's my time, Taurus season. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the Taurus.
Say it again. Say my time is Taurus time.
It's Taurus time. You know what I'm saying? But we all my Taurus people out there, shout out to y'all. Happy birthday. We appreciate y'all. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time for us to get into these topics and see where it goes from here. But before we do that, we got to talk about it.
What we got to talk about?
How you feel about what happened to Shador Sanders, man? Time to take over the specs.
I think personally,
they
were scared because they knew his father was not playing with them.
I will say this, man, and you got the voice back there. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's really came up through segregation and where sports was really separated, I got a chance to imagine how it felt for a minute, for when you guys were really trying to show that you were on the same playing level as an athlete that wasn't your race, and how you wasn't accept it. You know what I mean? Next show, if you see me, I will have a legendary t-shirt on. I'm ordering me one right now. I don't know if I'm gonna cop the NFL jersey, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I want to support Shador, even though he didn't need the money. But it wasn't about the need of money. I saw people turn their backs and say, forget about your talent, because it wasn't about talent. A kid that's never been in trouble off the field, a guy that, and when I say this, I really feel it from many different aspects, because I didn't get to play college football, but I went to Marshall University, and when I went to Marshall, Chad Pennington was graduating, you know what I mean? And he had the same exact breakdown as far as his scouting report as Shador Sanders. But Chad Pennington went in the first round to the New York Jets. So am I angry as a Giants fan that we didn't get him? Yes and no, because I don't know if he could have been the quarterback for the future, but I think that people turned their backs just because Deion Sanders was his agent. And I don't feel that that's fair, especially if he was representing them right. Why are we telling our children that we need to downplay ourselves? Like, I think there's a very different spectrum of being cocky and disrespectful and believing in yourself. What you think about that?
I totally agree with you.
You know, so if there's been plenty of times when people have showed up for jobs that wasn't prepared for the jobs, but you still was more qualified enough to where they was willing to train you to get you right. Could there have been a situation to where, you know, okay, he was late for a meeting, okay, or he didn't know what Dable was talking about, or he didn't know how to install a package? Does that mean he couldn't have been taught them things? He wasn't worth enough to be taught it? What you think, Will?
I think anybody can learn. Yeah.
I want to say this clearly. I was not a Shador Sanders fan coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? I was not a fan because I didn't see enough of his ball playing skills. And I had to respect that he went down to Jackson State, made them relevant, okay? So then I was one of those people that started watching to see, could he really make Colorado relevant? And even some of the ex-players talking now, oh, they got their jerseys, numbers retired, that should have never happened, this should have never happened. What's wrong with changing the way things are if someone deserves to have their flowers now? So it was less about, for me, Shador not being capable of playing or even messing up in a meeting. Because if anybody deals with any football players, you know this. We're taught to meet aggression with aggression. We gonna mess up a lot in school. You know, we gonna mess up a lot on the field. This is why we have the type of practices that we have, where it's repetitive learning over and over and over.
So let me say this. I'm going to say, if you look at LeBron and his son,
right?
He was telling people, do not draft my son. And they was listening.
Well, I think that's what the NFL was afraid of, because he was openly out and saying, okay, hey, I don't want my child to go here and I don't want their child to get, but who doesn't want their kid to be successful? Is that a good reason to drop 144 spots?
No, they was trying to hurt him, but they didn't, because who's the number one selling rookie?
He is right now. His jersey is right now. And here's the thing. What I don't like about certain other people coming out, and I'm not going to stay on this topic too long, because we're going to talk about some relationship stuff. And if you got something to say about it, please put it in the chat, because I want to hear what y'all got to say. You want to call in, 914-716-6917. The phone lines is open. You know, I as a black parent, the reason why this stuck out to me, and I will say, I was one of those persons that was guilty, that I stayed glued to that TV for 5 rounds to see if he was going to get picked. There was a point in me that thought about, and this is what goes back to what I was saying earlier about segregated sports. And I know a lot of people that say it was better for our athletes at one point, because, you know, you really got to shine. You didn't get the money, but you got to shine, you know what I mean? And I need some of the older people that's on my live right now, that's in the chat room, to tell me how they felt about that era. But as a parent, I sat and I looked and said, my kid could do everything right and still get penalized.
It's sad. That was sad.
That was the message I got from that. And then you got ex-NFL players coming on talking about, oh, they're too cocky, they're too arrogant, especially somebody like Antonio Brown. You need to take several seats, because you took off your whole shirt and left the stadium during the game. During the game.
You was a quitter. You're not a team player.
And here's the funny thing. You know, if he had 2 to 3 more good years in him, somebody would have picked him up. So I'm just saying, Browns fans, you know, I hope y'all do get the successor to, the other quarterback that y'all got right now. I really think y'all got a steal on the 5th round. I hope that he proves everybody wrong.
When Nick Saban was shocked at who the Giants proved, and he was saying that was somebody from Alabama. He said he makes a lot of key errors and all that. He was like, he was just shocked.
And I think a lot of people were shocked because if you take the basic skills that Dart has, and you said, okay, I'm going to give him 2 years. He's going to have at least 2 years to just practice and get ready. Imagine if somebody that already has the talent to sit for 2 years to know that, listen, I'm going to be good for 2 years to really learn the system. Why not give him the same chance when he has better skills?
Listen, y'all going to go through it. We going to go through it because watch. When Steven,
You know what, Gay? You know what I think the problem was is there was no humility, okay? You know that the NFL in itself is a full organization, and for you to sit on the sides and dictate to them before it happens where you want or don't want your child to go, okay, you kind of put yourself in a place where, okay, they're not going to just receive anything you telling them because he's such a great football player. Their mindset is like, who do you think that you are to tell us what we should be doing in our organization with the people we bring in?
All right, so how can Archie Manning do it then? Is it because Archie did it in a quieter way? Because I remember that draft when Phillip Rivers came and him came out. I wasn't a big fan of Eli Manning either because at Ole Miss I was a Peyton Manning. I'm a Peyton Manning fan, hard body. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Eli, he wasn't the guy. And I think, yes, their nephew, I think, is gonna be a lot better. And they're already talking about him right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, Manning came to Texas and sat for 2 years behind Ewers, and Ewers went in the 7th round. Right. Damn it. Mm-hmm. Right. So once again, is there a difference between having humility and then feeling like when they told LeBron to just shut up and dribble the ball? I felt like they was trying to tell Deion, just shut up and coach.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. And then you got to look at his recent history, okay, and the things that they were saying about him and why he was doing what he was doing. He wasn't the people's favorite, you know what I mean? And he started speaking about why he was doing what he was doing. And for a lot of people, it's like, okay, for the NFL alone, they look at it as like, we gave you an opportunity to be a great person. And now you're sitting on the other side and you're dictating to us what you feel should be done. And if we don't do it your way, what the repercussions is going to be. Come on, you really killing an opportunity for your child and not even realizing it. All you have to do is just sit back in the side in the back seats like most parents do, and like, I know I got a great athlete as a child. Let me see what the professionals see in him, and let's see if he could get an opportunity. Now, once he gets an opportunity, you have all the right to advise him on what he should be doing, but still, you are not the go-to person when it comes to that level anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, I still, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't think he should have to fight. And once again, I didn't think neither one, him or Shiloh, and this is once again, when you have less options or when they try to make the other options seem not as good as the first option, just like y'all found out what China told y'all think y'all getting designer bags. All them joints is coming from China. We just send it to their shop for them to put their tag on it at the last minute. Right. When you don't have another viable option, because the XFL is trying and they're getting a lot better, but it's about the window that they have to play in, because the NFL, you got certain people that was even at the stadium, and I went to a great event. Shout out to producer B for getting me the tickets to go to the draft party with the Kaiser. It was great, but there was people that was there that was gonna watch no matter what happens. And when you have that type of loyalty, then you don't feel the penalty for what's going on. Because like last year, we was able to see in Hard Knocks what Daboll and people were saying behind closed doors. We don't know if Deion really ever said nothing back. Even if he says something in the media, no parent wants their kid to go to the bum program. Even in high school, even in college, unless you stuck there. So to be able to say that, at least I could respect you. But there's no way. And like I said, I'm not going to overkill it. But I just feel like the NFL thought they was humbling him. And I don't think they was humbling. It was once again showing you that, once again, you could come into a situation and you can have the money, but if you're not a part of the club, you still might not get that same membership love. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really what I'm trying to say about it. And a lot of people are saying that those days are over. It's not happening no more. Everybody has the same fair chance. Bro, remember, right, Al? Remember, you had Warren Moon. How was it for him when he first came out?
Again,
he had to play in Canada. He had to go to Canada,
right?
Because they didn't want to take him.
Exactly, but still, it was a different time, different era. But still, in all, this is what I'm gonna say. When we get to the point where we have our hands on to be able to dictate what happens, then we can start being real vocal. But until that time comes, we got to humble ourselves and allow the people that's coming through to get a chance. Because he's a great quarterback.
Yeah, but does when you say humbling, what do you mean by that though? Because I think because I don't even like how the NFL analysts are saying, oh, he's too loud, he's too cocky, he's doing it. The whole if you're gonna accept it for hip hop, if you're gonna accept it for your kids doing it in junior high school, if you're gonna accept it for doing it in college, then how do we just expect them to turn off the lights? Like even when we have Takashi here, y'all be telling me you're tired. It's not the old days. You just see this way. So how are we gonna say that and then do that in the draft?
So again, already, the commentators out there who are the vocal piece for a lot of these professional teams and for the NFL and NBA and so on, and the National Baseball League, okay, they are letting us know what the powers that be are not cool with.
Yeah.
And we have to lend ear to that. We got to pay attention to that. And sometimes you got to say to yourself, yeah, I have a voice, I have my opinion, but is this going to discourage them from taking my child, who is a great player?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he should have.
Humility is really sitting back with meekness, right? Saying, I'm going to sit back and see what happens.
Yeah, and I think I don't like the way that they trying to say, oh, everything that he's doing now, he's just trying to do it to save face. I don't think he's trying to save face. I think, once again, if you turn around 2 programs was legendary. That I have to give you credit when credit is due. Like I said, when you look at his total body of work, 4 of his wide receivers got drafted. You know what I'm saying? That means he was the one throwing the ball. You got to give credit where credit is due. For him to drop down that far, and then and I think the reason I worry about it is because we know usually when you get into those later rounds, you really don't have a chance to make the team. So I hope Cleveland at least does the right thing by him and gives him an opportunity to really make the team. And I think everything he's doing is really who he is on and off the field. It's not him faking it just for his watches and things of that nature.
Yeah. Right. So when something like that happens, now he's at a point where now he really got to show and prove. And we know that he's capable of showing and proving. Yeah. So he's going to be an asset to that team. Yeah. But on another note, let's do this. We want to give a big shout out to our own Phoenix Soul, Yaz, son of Johnny Cornelius.
Yes, congratulations.
For making it to the Cowboys. He made the draft.
Yeah, look, that's the only part I heard.
Yes, yes.
When you said it, Al, I got stuck again. How did we miss that? We could have grabbed him, Al. We could have brought him back to New York. He wanted to go to Dallas, but congratulations, Yaz. Yes, I forgot. Congratulations.
I was so proud. I was so happy.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
That was dope.
So while we're on the spectrum of football real quick, we're going to touch this real quick, and then we're going to get into our first topic, ladies and gentlemen. Shannon Sharp.
Boy.
Must be the money that's turning me on. What's going on with Unc, man? People are mad at him, you know what I'm saying, because he got him a young thing, you know what I'm saying, and she want $50 million. Good Lord. Whoa. That's $25 million a cheek, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting expensive out here. I don't know, man. It's getting expensive out here, man. What you feel about him, man, about what's going on?
I feel like you have to hold yourself accountable. So my whole thing as a man, there's no way I'm talking to a woman that young.
Survey said you lied.
No, I was not.
I'm telling you what people say. I'm gonna tell you what I heard.
Okay,
man.
I told you this story. When I was 20, I think I was 22, 23, and I was dealing with a girl with 19, and she came to my house and she's wilding out. Where this girl at? I know she was out here. No. They're not mature enough.
You shouldn't have gave her that good love. You gave her that good love.
And I was like, no.
You hit that little wiggle tickle in the back. You can't hit the tickle in the back. You can't hit the tickle in the back.
No, to me, what is at the time he was 54. What is a 19-year-old girl going to do for you?
Emma said yes. He should have stayed in his lane.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what that. But at the end of the day, I'm glad she brought up lane though, because I read some stayed in his lane. When you got money, first and foremost, all lanes is your lanes. That's number one. All right. When you got the money to do what you want to do, you get open to a different environment in life. So now, me personally, I would have said 21 and up. 20 is low, but once again, we had a show and we talked about the consent ages in most states is 16. So I'm not saying he did something wrong, what I'm saying, as far as her being 20. But what I will say is, they say most women over 40 is having a problem because they ain't bringing nothing to the table. That's why the men is going out there getting them young things, man. I was reading.
Hey, Tracy Ellis.
What's up, Tracy?
Like I'm young. Hey.
That's what I'm saying. So they already doing. They're already doing that. She be showing them things out there. And then that's 25 with Chico over there too.
Hey, I got two sons that's single. Hey.
Let's make it happen. You gonna make the connection happen?
See, but that's the dumb thing.
What?
See, my whole thing is, as a man, we wouldn't allow our daughters, but if this was a woman coming out and like,
but see,
we got a comment from Emma.
Go ahead. Okay. He is too old to be fucking with babies. First of all, we went over this in the show. All right. She's not a baby. She's 20 years old. All right. Remember that.
At the time, she was 19.
Remember. All right, but let's be for real. You go away to college.
2 years
You
from
go
high
away
school.
to college at 18.
So she can have sex with a professor?
They're already doing it. That's why they have the. Let's be clear about this. Not to knock, but let's be clear about this. Like this is not happening. So once they're old enough to consent, all right. If you bring them in front of a judge, a lawyer, a cop, people might morally look at you like a creep, but you don't have a case. You don't have a case. So once again, your daughter goes off to Mississippi University. You know what I'm saying? She over in Mississippi and she messing with an upperclassman that's about to graduate. That could happen. Am I lying? You don't want it to happen. You hope that she stays with her graduation class, but now you have guys that are from freshman all the way to senior year. All things is okay. I'm just keeping it 100.
So it's two sides to that, right, Gay?
Yeah.
There's the consensual side.
Yeah.
And then if there's policies for the professors that they should not be.
They should stay on their policy.
With students.
Yeah. Wiz brought that up because he's trying to get them. He's trying to be the professor. I can see what's going on.
No.
I see what's going on here.
I'm trying to say, like, look, I can't
Why
date.
You couldn't say upper class? Why you
I can't date
this?
nobody that. My kids can be like, yo, cartoon things. Like, just remember when your dad used to pick you up from school?
That might revive you. It might revive you that you got. Because I was reading something on the way here, and it said that, you sometimes have a better time because they got more energy. They're doing new things, all right? And even what Shannon was talking about, I mean, I didn't hear the audio yet. I don't know what's going on. But I heard there was some talking about some choking and some good stuff that... I didn't hear the audio yet, but I can't wait to hear it come out. And when you trying to talk to, and you done seen the memes on Facebook and Instagram, don't act like you ain't seen them when a dude be like, yo, she promised me I was gonna get something today after work. She was talking dirty, all that work, and then you come home and what happened?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That ain't happening when you got a 23, 24, 25.
Dog, we were struggling in the clubs, man. So you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying
we
that.
was like this, but they like to go out and we in the club like this.
Well, maybe I need to get a young one going to run and see what happens.
You want me to?
I like them.
You want me to bring you a drink?
In their 60s and 70s, and actually, I got a person that I know that's in their 40s and they're dating a 60-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And it's vice versa. The roles are switched. You know what I'm saying? She's a female. He's a male. So yes, he is older. She is older to consent. she cannot buy alcohol, so what's up? But that's the laws of America. You got to talk to the president about that. They've been talking about this since Nas said, if I ruled the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they make certain laws for them to consent. I remember, once again, my first child went to high school. Rihanna? Who?
The president's wife is young, I think 20-something years old.
Oh, yeah. So, like I said, they put these laws in place for certain reasons, and it's harder to change when it's, in those constitutional ways. I mean,
I don't want to have to explain to anybody what Rakim was saying on Know the Ledge.
And see, now you might not want to do it, but then there's some guys that get a kick out of being able to break that down to somebody that want to listen to them. There's two sides to the coin. So where you might you ever seen that movie where the person falls in love with the Smithsonian person or the person that's at the museum that's giving you a breakdown. So this is not just happening in sports. This can be happening in every genre that's in the world. So you could be a yacht master and you might have a 20-year-old that just loves you because you know how to be on the ocean driving a boat. It don't gotta just be sports. But what I am mad about is that you can $50 million after you consented. $50 million? Would you have done what Shannon Sharp did? Came out and tell your side first?
Yeah, I mean, you have to, because you got to, right now, and thank Unc for having receipts.
Yeah, had receipts.
You would have been done.
Yeah, he would have been done.
Like
because in the public eye, I think this is the first time there's been a woman claiming something and, the whole female court and just jump on the brother. It's been a while since I see that. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the phone lines is open. Okay, 914-716-6917. If you want to call in and give your thoughts on Shannon Sharp or Shador. And we're going to go right into the next topic in a minute. I hope that I would like to say this. The one thing I would like to see change, and I hope we can do this. Sandy sort of says she don't have to be old enough to buy liquor to what? But that got to be a little bit bigger.
He can buy for.
Oh my God. He don't gotta be. She don't gotta be old enough to buy liquor, but he could buy it for.
That's a charge though.
Yeah, that's a charge. You know what I'm saying? So don't give it alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be okay, but give it don't mind no alcohol. You're gonna be in trouble. But yeah,
but look at that basketball player who has he's having a baby. She's pregnant by him, and he's
Ant-Man. Ant-Man ain't having that. It's
not. I think he played for Charlotte.
Oh, I ain't see that one yet. I just know Ant-Man ain't having it. I got to respect that young man. He said, I told you should just wrap it up so you ain't have to do this. But anyway, he said, I'm not hearing it. He paid child support 18 years straight off the rip.
Beat the Lakers and child support.
Oh, my God. All the girls in Sousa, I had grown men for them when I was there. That's Aunt Diggity checking in. All the girls in Sousa had grown men. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not saying this.
Shout out to Sousa's Rendezvous. Yeah, I was there.
No, not Sousa's Rendezvous. Sousa. It's a school in the Bronx. Oh. It's a middle school.
I thought you talking about Sousa's Rendezvous. I was like,
no, it's a middle school. But yeah, like I said, even when they coming into high school, you just don't know. Once your child goes into high school freshman year, she could be dating the upperclassmen. You hope that it doesn't happen. You hope that doesn't happen.
Guys used to pull up all the time picking up young girls in school. Had nice cars and all that. So I went to Jane Adams.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? So with the Shannon Sharp situation, I feel before anybody can get a civil suit, you should have to have a criminal case when it comes to cases like this from now on. No more just, because people, and a lawyer broke it down on one of the social media sites. He was like, I might go crazy. Why cop out to paying it instead of just fighting it? Because he's like, listen, if you got the money to pay somebody off and they'll take it, it's best for you to do that because all the lawyer fees and the court fees and everything else, you can go from paying $1 million to $20 million if you want to fight the case. You can win the case and still lose $20 million.
But I'm just saying, it depends because you got to remember, how much did he pay Cassie and that tape still came out?
No, but you Unc is innocent, man. You talking about somebody that was guilty of putting hands and feet. Well, we don't want to confuse the people like that.
But
this is why we don't get along.
Buying somebody out.
No,
they can still come back and hurt you and want more.
Yeah, but once you buy them out, usually they seal it and it's the deal. But I'm talking about people that's innocent. I'm not talking about somebody that got footage of a Ray Rice. If you did the Ray Rice, I can't. Okay. You got caught.
Okay, so let's go back to Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp, he's innocent, man.
All levels.
He just talked about giving her some of that roast sparks.
He was wrong.
How you gonna be mad at a man that needs somebody to keep up with him when he's advertising roast box? You know what's going on. He revved up. See, y'all was out there saying he had a little sauce in his tank, and now he had to show y'all. Now he knocking them all down from 60 to 21. That's a nice smorgasbord. He got a range, man. He got a range.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Thing,
stop suing people, man. Stop it. You gotta be careful and keep y'all receipts, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, that's what we do. We keep receipts around.
You gotta walk around with MDAs, man.
Yeah, you better make sure of it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, 50 mil. I mean, you come try to get something for me. I ain't got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm saying,
I ain't got nothing.
Listen, you got your MDAs. This is what protects you. And my whole thing is, you gotta watch what you texting.
Yeah, but texting, nasty texting and nasty talking used to be so fun. It used to get you through your day. You can't even nasty talk no more without.
You gotta go like, this is even cool. Yeah, what up?
Yeah. Yo.
I like this.
You going down. That's it. He's going down. He's going down for the foot fetish, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So while we talking about Shannon Sharpe, it gives me a nice chance to get into our first topic. Sometimes players slip.
And he did slip.
You know what I mean? So Shannon Sharpe, you slip. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you didn't fall. And what I mean by that is, what red flags do people ignore because the vibe is too good? See, everybody's looking at Shorty like, yo, she's a flat back. She ain't got all that. She's not the drumstick. She's a flat. How he go for that? Her vibe must have been enough to draw him in. The vibe must have been enough to make him say, you know what? I'm going to take a shot at this.
Sometimes he met him in the gym, right?
I don't know. Wait a minute. I don't want to talk about him no more. I don't got all the facts.
I'm just saying. You said how he slipped. He might have saw an illusion how she looked.
Hey. Sometimes them filters be looking real good.
You know what I'm saying?
Filters get you
in
trouble.
Thought she was doing a lot of Pilates.
Yeah, might have been. So when a player falls, you know what I'm saying? Are you guilty? I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, what red flags? We're talking about y'all right now. What red flags have y'all overlooked throughout y'all relationships to be where y'all are right now?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you had a list, what would the list read like?
My red flag? Let me say, talk so much.
Okay.
Doesn't have respect. Mm-hmm. Well, no, not talk too much. Loud.
Loud? Okay.
Heavy opinionated about stuff.
That's a red flag? Heavy opinionated?
No, judgmental.
Judgmental? Okay, judgmental.
And a Giants fan.
Oh, you had to get that one in there, man. Yeah. Once again, shout out to all the Giants fans. We're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just, man, oh, man. Anyway.
What's your red flag?
Listen, I got a lot of red flags. But you know what? When I was coming up first in relationships, I was kind of like the last one dating out of my crew. So I ain't even look for red flags. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get on the bus. Just give me a girl. Let me in. I'll take you with everything. Broke, you know what I'm saying? Upset, angry. I don't think I started thinking about red flags until after I had my first daughter. And then that was probably maybe 5 years after that. So the red flags I will look for now would be finances. You know what I'm saying? You got to be about your finances. You got to be independent as far as like, you know, you want me around, but you don't need me around.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Another red flag would be, I don't want to say ratchet. I don't want I'm sorry. Like, I like it sometimes, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? I like you to be the type of girl that can put the gold fronts on and then take them off. You
no sexy red. No sexy red.
I know. No. And then I have certain red flags that are red flags. Like if you're not fully committed to me, you know what I'm saying? That's a red flag. I gotta get away from you. So now I got red flags for both sides, reasons to keep them and reasons to get rid of them. So, you know, I would say off of looking, the first red flag is if you expose too much of your flesh. You know what I'm saying? If I first meet you, cause see everybody, and I gotta say this, man, everybody don't look good in spandex. All right, stop it. If you go to the gym, fine, but everybody don't gotta wear spandex everywhere. See, we getting phone calls that on top of phone calls. Everybody don't gotta wear spandex.
I'm sorry, sexy.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't talking about you.
You wasn't talking about you.
I'm sorry. I forgot the MDA. I'm sorry.
So those are some of the red flags. You know what I mean? But this is why I want to talk about this, right? over 7, I did a little bit of studying, a little bit of reading, a little research, and I got it from different sources. So I didn't make it just about one source. But I looked for surveys for like over 100 women, how things go and how they feel about certain red flags, right? So over 70% of women in some surveys say that they have dated someone that they knew had red flags. 70% out of 100, you know what I'm saying, said red flag or not, they was going for it. Are you one of those people? This is the woman. This is the women's right now.
And when you finish that, I'm gonna tell you what there was red flags was.
Okay, and I got something for the men too. So we ain't gonna just let the men off the hook, ladies and gentlemen. So 70%, all right, over 70% of women in some surveys say that they once again dated a man that had red flags. Nearly 50% of women reported staying in a relationship despite noticing the red flags early on in the relationship. So they knew early on in the relationship that this was a cannon, this was a popper, this was a bad situation. What made you slip, what made you stay, Wiz? Huh? And then you have an abusive relationship studies show that more than 60% of women reported seeing the warning signs in the first 6 months, but they chose to stay anyway. All right, and this is what the generalized I want you to get out of that. Out of 100 women, 40 to 70 of them may knowingly date or stay with a man showing red flags, depending on how bad the red flags are. So what y'all think about that, ladies and gentlemen?
What y'all think about it?
How you feel about that, Wiz?
Listen, a lot of it is true.
What you mean a lot of it is true?
A lot is true because you know what? Because, I mean, some it depends. If they don't have their crew on them, the girl, you gotta leave because they'll leave quick. They won't settle as much. But some women is like, I think I can change them.
And you hear what Vocals by Jamel said. She said, I've seen many red flags in relationships. And when you see those red flags in relationships for yourself, do you what made you ignore them? What made you say, you know what? I'm gonna go through this? Because usually if it's a red flag, like I'm gonna tell all y'all right now, if I ever become single again, y'all in trouble. The woman I've been with done put me onto a lot of red flags. So now, we not doing it like we did before.
I caught my yellow count. You can't get my count.
We not doing it like before. When you was in school, you used to be just check the box, yes or no, and you just was just so happy. No, now I'm doing extensive background checks. I'm going deep. I'm making sure I get my fingers in there. I get dirty, and I'm not even talking about that dirty. I want to know. Before I sign on. No, I need to know. So now. Because usually you see the red flags because of stuff that you've been through. How did you continue to go on?
Go ahead. Us men, we'll bump our heads constantly. I'm saying,
what?
Yes. Because we'll make a mistake. Because you know what? Because we don't think with this mind. We think with the bottom line.
Listen. The bottom line only lasts for a little bit of time.
Yeah, but you already cut up.
You said that you were going to tell us. You know what I'm saying?
I said the women.
No,
I said with the women.
So why did the women stay going through those red flags?
I just said. Because the woman will always think they can change you. Like,
that is one on my list.
I didn't like.
That is one on the list. I got a list I came with.
Sneakers was a little dirty, but I can fix that.
So they ignored that the sock was holy and that the pocket was empty, and they just saw a little bit of dirt.
Could they find little stuff? Oh, he stalked me. He must really love me. See, stalking like you, that's an issue. Like this. If a person like this,
stalking is a red flag, but some people think stalking is flattery. What do you want?
Yeah, but that's one thing that.
And you better not do it. I'm telling you right now, you better not do it.
Do it.
They better not do it, Wiz. I'm tired of them telling half of the story, Wiz. I'm telling half of the story. All right. So, ladies.
So wait, hold on. You were stalking?
What are the?
You was stalking, bro?
I was not stalking. I was being persistent. There's a difference in stalking and being persistent.
Okay, you're gonna be means after this show.
Listen, I will never. I would never. I came up in the era where, see, you got these lurkers now, you got these stalkers, like, you know what I'm saying? We came up, we had to really be outside, right? So in my situation, and I don't know how this always turns to me, but in my situation, because y'all gonna act like y'all wasn't listening to R&B music that was telling you baby, 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 and you keep going and stuff like that. You know, don't get out here and act all brand new, because the music was telling us You know, to do these things.
Wait, hold on. What music would tell you to stalk?
All those musical songs. You know what I'm saying?
Big Al, you know any songs that make you stalk?
Yeah. No, I wasn't stalking. I was being persistent. Stop saying stalking.
The only song
I remember a song called "I Can't Get Next to You."
Yeah, I can't get. See, that's what I'm saying, Al. Like, come on, they want to act like.
Okay, Orange Juice song. I saw you.
Uh-huh.
And him.
Walking in the
Also,
rain. I wasn't doing that. That's stalking.
Carl Thomas.
That's stalking.
Hey, Jay.
Huh?
Producer P said you bring it on yourself.
I don't bring it on myself. No, Wiz over here, he got the alley-oop, you know what I'm saying, for somebody in the background, because they over there talking about laughing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then they started, TikTok is playing with me. I don't know what's going on here, man. It's doing too much. But anyway.
You said stalking, so they just had
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't block out my TikTok and all that,
like,
man. Come on,
like,
man. So now, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, you know, it wasn't no walking in the rain and chasing people down, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you this.
I was being persistent. This is not about the gatekeeper. This is about ignoring red flags. Okay.
So let me ask you this question.
Said there were red flags when I dated a guy years ago, and he indeed ended up stalking me. He was crazy as hell.
Crazy in love.
Okay.
He was crazy in love.
So let me ask you: is this stalking like? There's a time when I used to go to work, and this girl used to go to work that I wanted to talk to. I used to like. One time she was kind of late, so I missed 2 buses just to get on the same buses. Is that stalking?
Yes.
That's definitely
that's
stalking.
Not stalking. That's not stalking. No, that's not stalking.
Maybe I wanted a nice ride with her.
That's not stalking.
That happened years ago, though, but I'm just saying.
That's not. See, reason why I don't call that stalking, because once again, you came up in another era where you don't know if you're going to see a person back to back. You know what I mean? So you had listen. Can you mind your business over there? Like,
well, I kind of did.
Listen, you had to give yourself an opportunity to be in the game, and you learned this in the movie that Will Smith was in. You know what I'm saying? What's the name of that movie? Where he was the date instructor.
Yeah.
Switch.
The Will Smith movie. Hitch.
Something like that.
The key opponent of what he did is you had to be noticed. You know what I mean? So sometimes you had to learn a person's schedule. You had to put yourself in their eyes, especially when it came to women, when you had the guys with the Adidas and you walking around here with, you know what I'm saying, Sauconys on. You know what I'm saying? You had the dope boy chains and the bucket hats, and you ain't got none of that stuff yet. You had to do other things to get seen. Go ahead. What happened?
Producer P said he was just sliding down the hill in the snow. Every
Mind my
day.
business.
ROKU said waiting behind bushes crazy.
Listen. Stop trying to turn it on us and what we had to do. Sometimes the men, we got to work a little bit harder, okay? So what happened was, okay, on my end, all right, I was sliding down the hill during wintertime because we used to slide down the hill to have some fun.
Hill, that's kind of extreme, bro.
That's not extreme, all right? Regular people used to go outside to have fun back in the days. You went outside.
I was going to work with mine,
you didn't put pictures up of you at Aspen and you never went skiing. Okay, we didn't do that. So it was a snow. We used to have what we called Devil's Hill back in the days, and that's like where all the kids went to hang out when it got winter. You know what I'm saying? They got the little cardboard, and you go sliding down the hill. So I was minding my business, sliding down the hill. And she walked by, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was gangster back then. If you in my lane, I'm not getting out the way. I ran them over. Yeah. I ran them over. You know what I'm saying? So then
you slid down. My whole thing is you sliding down hills. I was just waiting. I was going to work.
It was winter time. That's what you did in the winter.
My question is this, right?
What happened, Al?
So when you slid down the hill, right,
yeah,
and she was walking,
right,
and you hit her with the sled.
Yeah.
Did you hold on to her?
No, I didn't, because I was trying to get to her friend.
You trying to take out her friend so you could talk to her?
I was knocking her out the way, because at that time, I ain't gonna lie, I was on the Spanish road, you know what I'm saying? So I was attracted to Spanish girls. So I was trying to get to the Spanish girl. I was trying to get to the Spanish girl. But then she started speaking no English, you know what I'm saying? So I was really coming to get her. And then when I got turned down enough, I said, what the hell? Let's try the other one. What? This is what happened, ladies and gentlemen. What? You got to be in the right time, like he said, the right time, the right place. So technically, she was stalking me because she knew I was going to be there. They knew I was going to be there, Al. They knew I was going to be there.
So it's
you could have went home another way.
Obviously, sliding down the hill worked for you.
Yes, it did.
Big Al.
What? Hold on. This is not what the show is about. How did we get on this?
Talking about shows. Big Al, I want to change this name from Behind Enemy Lines. Like, who the hell I'm doing a podcast with? Because
you the one who learning schedules and following buses and jumping out of bushes.
Down hills,
I was in junior high school. We were playing on the hill. What was your excuse? You at work.
I was going to work.
You was at work, so your situation's worse. I was in junior high school, bro.
I was going to work.
What?
Wiz, did you buy extra token for her?
Oh no.
No.
He had him already. He already had him.
Stalking. He wasn't stalking.
Yes, he was. Back in the days, they used to have the little pouch that kept the little tokens on it, and you just rotate them off. Shout out to Lady D, she's the building. You know what I'm saying?
What up?
So you had extra tokens already. So back to the topic on hand. What red flags, okay, do people ignore because they want the vibe? You know what I'm saying? Because the vibe is too good. Now we're gonna talk about the men, all right? For the men, these are some facts that I went across, all right? And we're gonna get to it. About 60 to 75% of men say that they have ignored red flags in relationships, usually due to the physical attraction, ego validation, and emotional availability. You know what I'm saying? That is there. So that's why men do it. 60 to 75%. So when Unc got caught out there, he knew that he was going to get that ego validation, you know what I'm saying? He knew B, he was going to get some emotional, you know what I'm saying, availability, you know what I'm saying? And then he had the physical attraction. What happened after 40 and 50, man? Like the physical, where we going?
What? But you heard the conversations, right?
No, I didn't hear it.
Well, like just how he was coming
alleged. Alleged.
Well, he burned the receipts.
These are not the words of gatekeeper IAXISRADIO.
He burned the receipts.
Is the words of Wiz.
Alleged text. I'm just saying he was talking to her like if I was talking to my daughter.
You wasn't talking to your daughter like that. Take your daughter out of it.
Not saying joke, but
listen, take your daughter out of it. Listen,
like
every man on this live has talked spicy to some female at some time in that way. Yeah, see, get quiet. That's when you get the church mouse. See, at least I tell the truth on my show. This is why I'm behind the enemy line. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of spice. You know what I'm saying? You need that every once in a while. Then it said number 2, over 50% of men, report staying with someone they knew was emotionally unstable, manipulative, or toxic because the intimacy and chemistry was too strong to walk away.
I told you.
What you told me?
It's the bottom brain.
So their bottom brain talked to our bottom brain.
And it was like, yo, we ain't going nowhere.
So what's wrong with that? Women having many male friends. Thank you. At least Vocals by Janelle's having enough guts to talk about a red flag is a red flag for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Women having too many male friends, is that an issue?
Some of them, because some of them want to escape the cage. They're hoping that one day you mess up and she'll be like, you want to come over?
Right there. Number 3. More than over 40% of men in relationship studies admit they stayed in a toxic relationship out of fear of being alone, guilt, or misplaced securities of loyalty or signs of loyalty. How about that one? How many of y'all staying because y'all lying to yourselves? Y'all too afraid to be alone. How about that? Huh?
So the woman.
No, this the men. It's the men.
We scared to be alone?
Yeah, they stayed. There's 50. Well, they said 40% of men have stayed in these relationships because they're afraid to be alone, guilt. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, then I hyped her up, found out she ain't what she is. How do I break it down? That you know what I'm saying? When the lights go out, I'm sliding off. You know what I'm saying? Or just misplaced sense of loyalty. Just a place you just gotta miss. Like, I gotta stay because I'm loyal to the cause. How many of y'all staying loyal to the cause between the hours of 5 to 9, and from 9 to 5, you acting up?
Now. I'm saying time is precious. So, guys, answer this question, please. How long did y'all stay?
Oh, but once again, how long did y'all stay after y'all saw those red flags? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We want to build the list. We behind enemy lines, IAXISRADIO. Y'all getting quiet in the chat room. Y'all don't want to talk about the red flags? If they don't want to build the list, we're going to help build the list for them. Because you already said what? What you had on your list so far?
I told you that toxic,
Loudness.
Loudness, unappreciative.
Yeah, but still being unappreciative. Yeah, that's a red flag I got. You know what?
Selfish.
You know what? That's one big red flag I got. When the women say, you made me like this.
You did?
You made me, oh man, listen, if I take you out to Hooters or Burger King or wherever I take you, and then the next time I gotta come and do the same exact thing, and if I don't, and you say, oh, you made me like this,
yes.
I'm out. I don't want no parts. Now, we might bring some terminology that y'all haven't heard before. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, about 6:15, we might go to the wild card. 6:30, we're going to have the pressure check. We're going to call a few people. And at 6:45, we got Chucky's Cut, Ty Bansom in the building, Links in the building. The first one I'm going to bring to y'all on my list, y'all might not have this, okay? Romantic media conditions. What that sound like to you, Wiz?
I don't know. That sound like a workout for me.
Sound like a workout. It's where you watch too much toxic relationships on social medias and movies and shows, and then you start to believe that is what is passion in a relationship.
Say that thing again?
Yeah, it's called romantic media conditioning.
So when I come home tonight, I'm like, yo, you watching that romantic conditioning show?
Yeah, because if you watch it, once again, and I think we talked about
Love
it
and
before,
hip-hop.
even when we had our last guest. Okay, I got some comments. What do you have on your list now that you didn't have on your list before? Do you mean me or do you mean Wiz or just mean people in general?
Look, I'm not going in the yellow couch.
I'm going on a yellow couch. I just told you one of the best things I have is finance. You know what I'm saying? How do you monitor your finances? And if we do get in a relationship, is it our finances or just your finances? Number two, if you ain't cooking and cleaning, you gotta go. That's a red flag. If I got to come home every day and I got to fight with you over who taking the garbage out, I might take the garbage out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Wait, hold on.
Can you at least do Tuesday and Thursday?
Wait, hold on. I take the garbage out.
But they always talk about that they don't want the roles to just be on one side, male and female. They want to have the same.
But the garbage, I always well.
You can take out the hefty bag too every now and then.
Nah,
if I could change a diaper, you could take out the hefty bag.
Nah, but that's to me is the garbage was always to me.
Number 3, replace the damn toilet tissue. I'm tired of these women that don't replace the toilet tissue. You ever go to use the bathroom? Men don't want to talk about it. This is what I gotta say. Men know how they feel. You gotta feel like you locked up CO. You gotta walk around with your own toilet tissue, man. You gotta stop this. What? Women that don't replace the toilet tissue. You know y'all get
No, I gotta say something about the bathroom because her bathroom's better than mine. You been at my house? You
gotta fight for that. You gotta fight for that.
That's what I'm saying. That's a red flag right there. Do my bathroom like you did yours. My joint, like, the only thing she shoot me up with the cowboy joint. Yeah, I'll be on the couch today. Okay, that couch is yellow. It matches with my shirt.
You know the funny thing. And look, producer P said, "How about put the seat down?" I leave the seat up because you ain't put the tissue back. That's what it is. It's war out here. It's war out here. If I can't get peace, ain't nobody getting no peace. That's the tourist. They lucky I ain't take the whole seat off. That's what I'm gonna do next time. I'm gonna take the whole seat off. All right, so that's number 1. Okay. Romantic media conditioning. What you watch could start to be what you think your relationship should be like. So if you're watching negative relationships on TV, if there's always toxic stuff, that when you start talking about Sexy Red and all this other stuff, that's the conditioning of the toxicity that you are now gonna want in your relationship. Okay, that's number 1 for me. Number 2, like you said first, your number 1 was actually number 2 on our list. I can fix him. And you got men that say that about women too. Dog, sometimes you can't fix it. You got to trade it in. You got to give it up. Okay?
See, man would bend over quicker than a woman. Like, what?
Ooh, how y'all feel about that, ladies? Are men quicker to fix the situation over women or quicker to save? Because they used to say, back in the day, you know the title is to say, I'm not going to save. I don't want to get banned. Mr. Saver, I ain't gonna say it. The rest. Y'all know the rest. Shout out to Hair and Makeup in the building. Okay, so I can fix him syndrome. Some women are drawn to the chaos of being, okay, or because it gives them a purpose. Changing or healing a broken man feels empowering. This is what y'all doing? This is what y'all here doing? Y'all out there looking for the broken Bob. So they can say, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be this.
Yes, I hate those.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be this. Fellas, y'all got to get y'all game together. Yes, men get over quicker than women. What do you mean by that hair and makeup? You know what I'm saying? I need to be more specific. We're talking about, pimps.
We
you know
talking
what I'm saying?
about
We
a
talking
man
about
getting
players.
fixed.
You know what I'm saying?
Who
We
get
talking
fixed?
about fix. What you mean fix?
I'm saying we fix.
I ain't getting fixed. I ain't going. I ain't doing it to my pets, and I ain't going. I'm going down without a fight.
Well, I got fixed.
That sounds personal. That's for another show. What's the name of your new show? Who I'm having a podcast with? See how that flip? Shout out to my brother, Allen, in the building. No women get over faster. My personal experience. Okay, so y'all got to go more detail, because we on part 2 of our list. We're making up a list of red flags that you ignore because the vibe is too good. I'm saying, what red flags are y'all ignoring? So we on number 2, I can fix him syndrome. Girl, I can fix him. Girl, I turned him around. I saved his life. I ain't just clean. I cleaned his drawers. I cleaned his side. He all smelling good now because of me. Brother, get yourself together. I bought that. Yeah, I set him up straight. I wonder if guys do that. Do guys feel like they can fix her syndrome? Fellas, y'all got to fix her syndrome? You ever been guilty of that?
See, what guys would do? They will take. They'll trick.
Trick?
They'll feel that trick.
Trick?
Yeah, they'll
like trick. Like you trick? Like you spinning?
Trick, like spinning.
Spinning the plate.
That's how
a
woman would be like, yo, a woman would either buy you a couple shirts or she gonna take you to the store. Let me take you to the store. No, what you gonna do? Save your money. I'm gonna take you to the store and we're gonna go get your stuff from there.
See, I ain't been that lucky. I ain't none of my women said, let me take you to the store.
Look.
Yeah, my woman don't take me to the store. She drive me past the store, drop me off, then she go back to the store.
Listen, I watched Love at First Sight, and this season, 2 of the ladies didn't like how the men were. The men didn't, yeah. And what happened? They tried to, take them shopping to buy stuff that they attracted to.
But were they buying them? So they was re-identifying the men then. Because if the girl was just buying stuff that she liked, it said forget about what you like.
Yeah.
Okay, let me read this.
Man would do. Okay.
It's called the word's a little. Al, can you read that?
It's called the White Knight Complex.
Okay, what's the White Knight Complex?
Oh, when you saving? Yeah, you saving them.
The White Knight. Oh, so we call it Superman. Y'all call it White Knight. All right, shout out to Rome 30 in the building. Had a good performance. Rome 30, we talking about, and you the younger generation, Rome. So tap into your friends, and we want to find out what the younger generation, because the name of the topic is real simple, okay? Sometimes players slip, all right? What red flags do you ignore because the vibe is too good? Where is he getting sugar mamas from? Dude, where is he getting sugar mamas from? Oh, that was dude. I don't know. We got a lot of sugar mamas. They out here. We were gonna get to them at one point.
But also, let me just say, this is how guys trick. Mm-hmm. They'll pay for your butt.
That's not tricking. That's detailing.
That's investing. But they'll file out on this so that to make it what they want. Because a lot of women, some women is like, I think my butt is not like this. Well, baby, I'll pay for your butt. You want your butt? Okay.
Only here on Behind Enemy Lines, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that tricking or is that an investment?
I think it's investment.
Investment, but I don't understand. Sometimes you can lose your investment.
It's like the stock market; it can crash any moment. You know what I'm saying?
You don't keep it up.
So you ain't guaranteed no returns on that.
No, you ain't got.
I'm gonna get mine.
You gotta keep. I'm gonna keep up.
That's when we go to stalking.
That's when you hear. Well, you made me this way.
Oh, I made you this way. That's when we hear that. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, you could call in 914-716-6917. Okay, and now we're going to go to number 3 on my list. Bad boy addiction. Evolutionary psychology sometimes gets twisted into believing that unpredictability equals excitement or alpha traits. So these women are out here actually looking for the bad boy. That's why they say good guys finish last.
That's true. That's true.
Good guys finish last. And that's through psychology, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this stuff up.
Why do good girls like bad guys?
Okay.
Hold on.
What it says, Al?
Producer P says they're going to pay for all that. Then when she gets tired of him, she's going to leave him and let somebody else love on it.
So that means she was hustling me. I thought I was playing, but she was hustling me.
I thought she loved me.
So can the guys have the flip side and have the bad girl addiction? Are we just sometimes chasing, the bad girl? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Got everything hanging out,
That's
time.
when we become a simp.
But you don't got to be a simp to do that.
No, because some bad girls because you like the girls to run over you. Yes.
But that you could be ran over and not be a simp.
Well, how? Give me an example.
Well,
With a truck?
Yeah. He said with a truck. Yo, y'all out of control here. She spends all her time on the phone when you're together, but never talks about the conversation. I feel that way, man. I understand your pain.
TikTok.
I feel that. I understand your pain.
Hold on.
I know. I understand your pain.
Yeah.
We're going to go to number 4 before we switch into the wild card. And we want to continue to put this list together. And y'all let me know what y'all think about it, okay? Number 4 on my list. I don't know how you feel about this one. Peer envy and status. The man with the red flag might still have money, looks, and charisma, making him a social trophy despite the risk. Are y'all women really doing that? Everyone is hustling. It's just a matter of how much and for what's the purpose. I mean, I didn't know when I first got into a relationship I was hustling. I thought when I was doing other things I was hustling. I didn't know I was hustling the person that I was with. I thought we were supposed to be doing things for each other equally. So I never went into a relationship looking like it was a hustle. So we're going to talk about it as we continue to go into the wild card, ladies and gentlemen. After the wild card, we're going to chop it up a little bit and then come back to number 5. And if y'all ain't scared, you know what I'm saying, y'all can put some of y'all's in the chat. I thank y'all for all the people that's putting it in the chat that's telling us about their list, because we don't want to be the only ones making a list here on IAXIS Radio Behind the Enemy Lines. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's wild card time. So we're going to get into the wild card, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the gatekeeper, host of Behind the Enemy Lines. My partner, Wiz. You know what I'm saying? He had to disappear for a second, but he'll be right back. The Wild Card is a segment where we bring on a different topic that, we ain't talking about, that we going to have y'all talk about. Or you can put a topic in the chat that you want to talk about, and we can bring it up on the screen. All right, so today's Wild Card, if you have one, feel free to put it in the chat. Don't hold back. If you ever want to be on the wild card, you can email us at bhlfamily52@yahoo.com if you got a topic that wants to be on the wild card segment. We have no problem with putting that on, ladies and gentlemen. This is about us as a group, not just me. But I do have one that we're going to play. It's a video that we're going to go into right now, and it's called Mixed Signals, all right? So we got the video for y'all. We're going to sit back, and we're going to talk about this video after y'all see it.
And made it look so cool that people think we like it.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
I think that black people have made so cool that people think we like it, bro. We don't like it. We're just making the best of it.
Even the trauma that come from it, niggas aspire to.
Like,
niggas want to be a tough nigga. You don't realize this nigga ain't tough. This nigga just watched his daddy die and his mama on drugs, and like his life, that nigga traumatized. That nigga got PTSD. He ain't tough.
But he got
he's traumatized. And to the point where a nigga could grow up in a home like this and aspire to be from the project.
It's because, unfortunately, people think that blackness is tied to poverty. They think that the black experience is being poor. That's why when you have others who equate poverty to being black, oh, I don't have any privilege, I grew up poor. Why the do you think because you've been broke that you know what it feels like to be black? This may ruffle some feathers, but I don't give a fuck. I feel like black people have revolutionized poverty. and made it look so cool that people think we like it.
I ain't gonna lie.
I think that black people have made pop so cool that people think we like it, bro. We don't like it. We're just making the best of it.
Even the trauma that come from it, niggas aspire to.
Like,
niggas want to be a tough nigga. You don't realize this nigga ain't tough. This nigga just watched his daddy die and his mama on drugs and like his life. That nigga traumatized. That nigga got PTSD.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. And I wasn't even in a rush to stop that video from playing. It's like when I hear that audio, it turned on so many lights for me, and I hope it does for you as well. And that's why I call this mixed signals. You know, we as black people, have we given off the wrong signals about what it is to be black? Have we given off the idea that because we're black, when you think about being black, you think about struggle, poverty, and pain? So my first question would be to y'all in the chat and everybody that's tuned in right now is, do you agree with what the young lady said? Did she say really have, what she said, did it have merit and meaning to you? Because it did for me. It made me really think about what people think about me when they see me. Do they just see me as a person with a struggle financially and think that's what it is to know the black experience? What is the black experience? The black experience is a beautiful thing. You know, it's culture, it's love, it's kings, it's queens, it's developing culture. So how have we forgotten that? Why do people think because you're poor that black people are the only ones that experience poorness? Why is that? Anybody in the chat, y'all can call in. Tell me what y'all think about that. Do y'all agree? We've learned to take so much of nothing and make it something, you know what I mean, from the times of slavery, and you know, and this taps into the Sinners movie a little bit. So if you saw Sinners, and I ain't gonna give you no spoilers, but it shows you how far back, you know, we were involved in things. You know, guys were still, vampires was around while guys were still picking cotton. And they was worrying about keeping a quota. You know, but keeping that quota, was that the black experience? You know, there was that part in that movie at that moment, he was able to say, forget your quota, because I'm going to show you some money. And if your wife liked the money, I could talk to you any type of way, and you're gonna come and go make this money. Mm-hmm. And that's what got Cornbread all jacked up. You got that one, Al?
Yeah, vocals by Jamel said, I was raised in White Plains, New York, straight suburbs, but people think I was raised in the hood. It's weird to me. Why put us in a box?
Mm-hmm. Why is that? How do we get there? You know what I mean? And I felt the passion of the young lady when she was speaking it in the video and what she was saying. Like, the black experience doesn't start and end just with finance.
No, it doesn't.
Back in the 70s, in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Even some of the 60s, you know, it looked like y'all had so much fun, even though y'all didn't have a lot financially. It looked like y'all took everything that y'all did have, you know what I'm saying, and really made some awesome times out of it. Am I wrong about that, Wiz? Am I wrong about that, Al?
Oh, not at all.
Is money just the only thing that decides black culture?
Well, no, of course not. See, the problem is that let's talk about that poverty level.
Right.
A lot of our constituents have become comfortable living at that level, and so many generations have lived that way that they don't aspire to do anything else. You could call it a lazy mentality or a non-prosperous mentality. But also what they fail to do is educate our community about all the great things that we have done, all the things that we've been involved in that make this nation that we live in right now a great nation.
You know, and that's why I constantly try to do it, even in my community, you know what I'm saying? And I said it in a couple of my songs. You know, I didn't wait for a budget. I just did what I did. And I wasn't saying that to be flashy or flamboyant, but it was because I wanted to say that I put in the effort to show you that, you know, they always say that as soon as we get something, we want to rush out of the environment. You know what I mean? We want to go somewhere else and don't want to be accepted. I get tired of seeing these videos when you move into a neighborhood where our denomination is not that popular and you get harassed every 5 minutes. It shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be. Because
black does not mean poor. We're rich in a lot of things. We're rich in a lot of aspects. Am I lying out? Am I missing that? We're rich in music. We're rich in history. We're rich in education. That goes back millennia.
Right, but still, in order for us to be able to excel in those areas continuously, our children have to know about it. See, there's a time, right, where there was what's called elders. And the children used to sit around the elders, and the elders would feed them information, would give them the understanding, would give them the knowledge. Vocals by Jamel just said, we are scared of knowledge. The word tells us that we perish from lack of knowledge.
I agree with that 100%.
If we keep things from them, then they will never grow to the exception that they were created to be. So it is our job not to say what happened, but to change the dynamic and start feeding them as their elders.
And we have to do better as the new elders that are taking over. Excuse me, because even in that video I saw with the women, excuse me, with the women, it gave me the hiccups. That's how tough this topic is. You know, even with the women doing booty shaking in the middle of Lululemons. What is the message what is the message that we're portraying? What are we saying? You know what I mean? What are we doing? Black people, we have to do better at educating, like Al said, passing down the word, and being more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you have to be diligent and staying there until they get the message.
Yes.
Can I say it like that? Go ahead.
Perseverance.
Perseverance. That's the word I was looking for.
I have a wild card.
All right, go ahead.
Producer P.
This is unscripted, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
So it's a wild card section,
right?
Yes.
It put me on the wild card with no mic. Okay.
You got a mic right there.
Nobody can hear this mic. All right, I'm on the wild card.
You got 2 mics. You got 3 mics. 1, 2, 3.
All right, I'm on the wild card.
So you're not going to have a show for your birthday?
Right.
So we're going to celebrate your birthday
Oh,
now.
thank y'all. Taurus season, we in the building.
Go ahead, Al.
Everybody that's out here tonight, enjoying this night, please put your glass up and give a toast to the man right here and his lovely wife. Yeah, we all gonna enjoy ourselves. No fussing, no fighting, just having a good time, living every day like it's our last. You a blessing from the sky, baby. Yeah, you a blessing from the sky, baby. Only you. You a blessing from the sky, baby. That's no lie, never that's no lie, baby. You a blessing from the sky, baby. Yeah, you a blessing from the sky, baby. Only you. You a blessing from the sky, baby. That's no lie, that's no lie, baby. You a blessing from the sky, baby. Yeah, you a blessing from the sky, baby. Only you. You a blessing from the sky, baby. That's no lie, baby. Yeah, but since we was young, we knew we'd be together. No matter the weather, no matter the time, we kept just doing what we had to do. Staying tough to the grind, yeah, tight like glue. Maybe even tighter, like shoestrings. When you tie them together, you know them loose ends. People wanna try to break us apart, but they can't because you know we got a big enough heart just to hold it down. In and out of the town, some people wanna act funny, but it's all good now. Tonight's the night where we just celebrating and living the life to the fullest. Cause that's what we came to do. Yeah, you my wife and I got married to you. I'm the king, you my queen, and that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about. I love the life, this is that life. I figured at the end you would always be my wife, and that dream came true tonight. So let's walk it out and live this life. This is what we gon' do tonight. We gon' toast and have fun and live life. Everybody else could just hate.
Wow.
So
Thank
not only
you.
do we have that video, we have another video for you.
Another one.
No.
Okay.
Khaled.
Happy birthday, Gate, from me and Trey. We wish you many, many more. Hope you enjoy your day. And you got that.
What up? This is D. Chorus. Wishing my brother, Gatekeeper, a happy birthday. Keep doing what you're doing, God. Proud of you, man. You got a vision, stick with it. No matter how hard it is, B. Let's be positive, not impulsive, but reactive. And plan and strategize to continue to take it to the next step. I love you, my brother. One, IAXISRADIO.
So my brother in arms, Tyrone, aka the Gatekeeper. Happiest birthday, bro. More health, more wealth, more life. Thank you for always being a blessing to me and to everyone around you, bro. Happiest birthday, bro. Salute.
Yo, happy birthday, big bro, the Gatekeeper, Conehead Green, you know what I mean? Thank you for all the opportunities you presented to me and everybody else in my circle and close to me. My friends and my family, you know what I mean? What you do for my brother and my nieces, like none of that shit is forgettable, man. I appreciate you. I love you. More life. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ty. One love, my brother. From another mother, happy birthday to you. And I wish you many more. You stay shining bright and stay doing what you're doing every day. Keep following your dreams, for real. Because it's an inspiration to me, and I'm sure a lot of people, that you never give up and you always keep making moves. You're always doing something. You're always on to the next. You know what I mean? Like, and I appreciate that motivation about you. I appreciate that you always put your family first. And you still do what you gotta do, and you still tie at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You still doing you. And I just love that about you since day one. You know, I love you, I love your family. Your family is my family, and vice versa. You know, anytime we link up, it's all love, always. And I know I could come to you about anything, and you could come to me about anything. Summer's coming, so you know we finna link. It's gonna be a couple of links this summer. We really gotta get it in. For real, you bring the best out of me anytime I'm around you. Straight up. For real. And we always put each other back in the molds. You know, when we link up, we put each other back in the molds and we back at it again. Better green all day. I wish you many, many more birthdays. I wish you blessings, love, health, and wealth. I wish your family blessings. I love y'all. I love you. You are my brother for life. And just turn up. Live it up. I'm gonna need you to pop that bottle, because I know you finna pull out that mo. I'm gonna need you to get it in, okay? And we're gonna toast up, because we got a couple hangouts we gotta do. We gotta catch up, definitely. But you are my family for life, Ty, and I love you. Happy birthday, my guy.
What up? This is Wiz, and I want to wish my brother, my partner, the guy I'm be behind enemy lines, turn that big 45, Gatekeeper. I want to tell you, I love you, bro. I'm glad, I'm glad they didn't listen to my parents. Don't talk to strangers. I never met you, all right? You know what I'm saying? We doing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to have you in my life, and I want to wish you many, many birthdays and much success, all right? Happy birthday, happy 45. You know, the 4 for the Giants, the 5 for the Cowboys. All right, bro? Love you. Enjoy your birthday, all right? Love you.
Hey, what's up? This is DJ K Nikki, and I would like to give a big, huge happy birthday shout out to the Gatekeeper. I wish you many blessings, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right? Let's go.
Yo, what's up, gatekeeper? I want to say happy birthday. Feel me? 45 years old. You here, baby. You still here. You still doing it. Keep up the good work. Behind enemy lines. This your boy, Daddy Warbucks, a.k.a. OG Trippy. You know what I mean? Yo, Pretty Biz. Salute to everybody, man. Big Al, but especially Tyrone, a.k.a. the gatekeeper. Yeah, dig, huh? We at the Mexican joint, getting out eat on. You know what I mean?
Okay, thank you so very much for being there, part of your birthday, and may this have many more days to come. And I'm pretty much sure your friends and family will engage in birthday celebrations with you. From the Salters.
Happy birthday, Tyrone. Enjoy your day, and we love you.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Cannibal Blaze, Fully Lotus, #1 spitter, Better Green Entertainment, #1 producer. Hey man, I just want to share this for my brother, Gatekeeper, on his birthday. You know, one of the favorite memories I got is when you brought me my first hot ride on my birthday. I'll never forget that. That was one of the coolest moments. Still to this day, that's one of my favorite moments. Because the thing that was so dope, it was all blue, and the lights came on, and the doors opened on it. And I was able to stuff little teddy bears and stuff like that and drive around with it, so that was mad cool. That was definitely dope. You know, so I want to wish you nothing but the best and a happy birthday. You already know, love is love.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Green. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Daddy. I hope you enjoy your birthday this year. We appreciate everything that you have done for us, and we are happy that you made it to a new year. Love you. Enjoy your birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to our fellow Taurus. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day and many, many more to come.
What's up, Gatekeeper? Happy birthday. Another year around the sun. Another year of blessings. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy it.
This is Space checking in. I just want to say happy birthday, Gatekeeper. May God continue to bless you with many, many more. I'm very grateful for you. I've seen you grown so much within the last few years as far as podcasting and your hosting abilities. Like, you are killing it, and I want you to keep going, keep reaching new heights. We appreciate you. We love you. And I'm praying that God continues to cover you with nothing but success, health, and wealth. Be blessed, my brother. I love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. Green, a.k.a. the Gatekeeper. Wish you many more birthdays to come.
Peace and blessings. I'm just here to send a wonderful and heartfelt happy birthday to my brother, a great dude, Gatekeeper. Bro, I wish you all the blessings in the world. I just want to pray that the good Lord continues to strengthen you and encourage you to be the great man that I know that you are and have been. All your heart's desires, I pray that they are met and that you just enjoy and have a wonderful birthday, my brother. You know, I'm here for you always, man. You know, I'm going to see you, we're going to celebrate you, we're going to rejoice because you are that dude. Happy birthday, man.
Gatekeeper, what up, my boy? Happy birthday. Enjoy your day, bro. Say you don't work, I had to hit you up, man. Tell you happy birthday before I forgot, you feel me? Holla at me, though.
Shout out my brother, the 4-5. We got Colt 45, which changed the world of weapons and all this other stuff. We had Colt 45, malt liquor. It also changed the world in a lot of ways. But then I'm gonna see you more as the most popular and most famous detrimental 45, and that's Jordan making that comeback. But the thing about it is that you ain't gotta make a comeback because you're making things made right now. You're making things in your presence. You're making things that's gonna make a difference in the future, not just for you, not just for you, but everybody that you encounter, my brother. So 45 years, let's get 45 more together, man, and make a difference. Love you, my brother. Peace and blessings.
What's up? Giving a shout out to my boy Ty. Happy 45th, man. Many more, bro. Love you. Peace and enjoy your day, bro.
What's up? It's your girl, September K. Bronx Beats and Bars in the building. Want to give Gatekeeper a happy birthday. Shout out, Big 45. I hope you enjoy your weekend, King. If anybody deserves it, it's you. Thank you for your continued support. I hope you have fun this weekend. Peace.
Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah. One more year on them. Yeah. Go on with a vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we do it again. Yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Whoa. One more year on them. Yeah. More life to your crowd, they are still in.
I want to give a big shout out to Gatekeeper, happy birthday, bless ups and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I just put something small together, some of my favorite moments, hope you like it.
I rock like pebble, jumping sheet, you hear this beat, smell like heavy metal. You got a business, bro, please, set in stone like rock, I came with a brand new book. Like man, have guys all shocked, don't like Uzi, but this thing rocks. I know you wanna hear some hi-hats, hit that to the top. But if I play that bass, don't disgrace, let it embrace. I know you like this new taste, lit.
Happy birthday, Tyrone, man. The kids love you. Wishing you many, many more to come. I hope you enjoy this day and you get everything your heart desires. Many blessings and wishes to you.
Yo, happy birthday, Kate. One of the best mentors I've ever had. Right, you a real man. Right, you gave me and Mase our show. You've encouraged me in every way possible. Right, you're the best, man. Yo, happy birthday, many more wishes to you, man.
I want to say happy birthday to my dad. Happy birthday. Hi, brother. Just want to say happy birthday. Surprise. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, big dog. It's your boy, Hove, a.k.a. Baby. Love you, bro. Always will be my brother. Hope you enjoy your birthday, bro.
Send everybody the link. So those that didn't get to do it was because I didn't get to do it.
I'm at a loss for words right now. First time in a long time that I've cried happy tears. So I want to thank everybody that was able to send in their love and get in the videos. It was a surprise. Thank y'all, everybody that's here. It means a lot to me. Just bouncing back from where I was a year ago, not feeling like myself, to see 4 of the Fab 5 here and in that video alone. and knowing that Jay President is here too. So thank everybody for the birthday wishes. Like my brother said a minute ago, this is the Jordan comeback year because it's a lot of work that I still got to do, and there's a lot more that I want to continue to grow upon. Everybody in that video and even more people have helped to grow me, bring me in as family, and allow me to be a light even when I don't see myself sometimes as the light. So I thank you, Producer P, my wife, for putting everything together. I know it's hard to get my phone, but you know.
Because you're never home, so I can like get your phone. I couldn't get it.
I mean,
I know someone was going to be mad, but I couldn't get your phone. You was never home.
So nobody be mad. You know what I mean? We still got a couple days before, but I really appreciate everybody and everything that y'all doing for my birthday, for tourist season. It means a lot to me. Thanks to Al, Wiz, my mother, Sandy, you know what I'm saying, back there making it do what it do. Monte, I see that. Reggie, I appreciate everybody, and I'm looking to give y'all, like my brother said, many, many more years. You know what I mean? So thank you to my children. I appreciate everybody that was in that video. Strangers that became family and added on to my original family. I thank all y'all. I love all y'all, and it means the world to me. So thank y'all. Thank you.
Wiz helped out a lot because he got most of it. He had to send the links.
I know both of y'all did an amazing job.
And Al had the videos together.
Thank you. I thank everybody for everything they did. Like I said, I'm so happy that I'm lost for words. And that's a good happy.
Oh my God.
That's a good happy.
You are?
Yeah.
Lost for words?
I'm a lost for words. Yeah.
Like when the Cowboys win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, like when the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, I'm a lost for words. I'm a lost for words. Sometimes you just gotta go with it, and this is the what I'm working on, going with it and being in the moment. And I just feel excited and I feel happy, and that's where I want to be. Thank you. All right. You know what they do in the movies? I ain't kissing you. You can forget about that.
I love you, but I ain't kissing you.
Yeah, I knew that.
But I want to say something. Bro.
Sure, bro.
Yo, this journey is so dope. Because I'm saying from where we came from until where we at now. And I just want to tell you, how many number shows?
86.
Yeah.
I can't believe
I'm
it.
like, yo, and I'm glad to have you in my life, man.
Thank you.
Bro.
Oh.
All right. But remember, 4 is for the Giants, 5 is for the Cowboys.
I would expect nothing less from Wiz. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, thank y'all all for the birthday wishes. Actual Monday is my actual birthday. Next Monday, the 12th, I'm gonna be enjoying it. Like my homegirl said, we're gonna pop Mo. So if you're looking for me, that's what I drink, Mo. You know what I'm saying? Come on by. It's time to go into Chucky's Cut, and then we're going to come back and celebrate some more. Once again, the lines is open with the new number. Even if you want to call in and sing happy birthday. Yeah, I ain't going to top vocals by Jamel, though. You know, you know what I'm saying? I feel special, Al. I got to sing it. 914-716-6917. The artist that's coming up right now is Todd Bansom. Like I said, good brother. Shout out to the Links franchise, you know what I'm saying, Ism, and everybody that's with them. They're going to be having Sunday game night, adult game night. I'm going to show y'all the flyer for that after the song. Oh, the code. I forgot the code. Y'all got to go to crowd.live to vote. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I was really out of it today. Crowd.live to vote. What's the code, Al? Let's see what the code is. It's Q as in Queen, Y as in yellow, A as in apple, 9Y. To vote to keep or kill. This is brought to you by, of course, Metal Mastermind, Ken Candelas. You can find them on IG, you know what I'm saying? Look them up where they give you all the breakdowns of music production. They specialize in metal music, but they gonna give you a little bit of everything. I was on his live the other day and he was talking about bass traps when you're building them in the studio. So for you guys that got studios and you want to learn how to work in the studio, put things around, make sure y'all check them out. Ken Candelas. And right now, like I said, we got my brother Todd Bansom. Shout out to the Links. She fell in love with the Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all vote to keep or kill this track.
I gotta master the way you say it too. That's She fell in love with the 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 I may go bust in a buck. Goddamn. I got a spliff in a cup. My hands. I may go pass it to bruh. I fuck up my thumb in her butt. She say with my dick what she love. The grubber I'm smoking my drugs. Niggas be trying to be thug. Bitches fat or top ends. Might just go fuck on your friends. They wanna slide in the bench. Fuck 'em once, never again. You know what my niggas be win. I fuck it and pass it to twin. Shorty be in my DM. She wanna fuck, I say when. That bitch she give me medulla. But she not better than my cougar. Classy little bitch, she'll school ya. She gon' get clapped with my ruler. Don't make me go call her my shooters. Fuck her and call her Uber. I see my wrist like a cooler. She wanna learn my tutor. She fell in love with the 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 fucking your bitch with my thumb in the thumbing through bands, I be fucking it up. Tired for our package fat as a fuck. Shawty sucking me up. Top of his band, some running up. Fucking her friends, I'm different from bro. Niggas be asking me like, what is the I fuck on that bitch and I go, you know how it goes. I gotta get money for shows and all of these clothes are rocking this bitch. Niggas be plotting, they watching my wrists. I gotta get money, ain't stopping for shit. Like how many niggas that copy my shit? She wanna bring all her friends, but I gotta go on the man. She fell in love with the 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 yes sir. Yeah bitch from the 20 miles say time and fat our pockets up yeah.
She fell in love with the she fell in love with the she fell in love with the
Sound like a red flag.
Listen, man.
Sound like a red flag.
Sound like a red flag? Don't fall in love with it. Don't fall in love with it.
Don't fall with it.
Don't fall in love with it.
You're red flagging right now.
Red flagging.
Nah, I got you.
Listen, man, shout out once again to Top Bansom. You know what I'm saying? My brothers at the Links, man. They make it do what it do. I like their music, though. They got good energy, good vibe. You know what I'm saying? And it brings me up to date on, you know, the music that the younger kids are rocking with, man. I throw the shades back on. You had me getting emotional over here, man.
He's called Thomas over here.
Emotional, man.
He's called Thomas.
Get emotional. So y'all go ahead, vote to keep or kill that track, ladies and gentlemen. And I think next month, I think I'm going to try something new with the Chucky's Cut. I think I'm going to do a Chucky Cut Battle Edition. We're going to do the Chucky's Cut Battle Edition. I've been thinking about this for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But artists, y'all got to send in y'all music. Y'all got to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't free, but it's worth it. Like, I think we would have had, if we had two artists, we would have had Ty Bansom and then we'd have had, say, Cannibal Blaze. Then y'all get to vote. You know what I'm saying? Who's better? I think that's the next level of the evolution of Chucky's Cut. Battle Edition coming real soon. Who's gonna get knifed up? That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Al, do we got a little time to go extend it a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, because I know we didn't get a chance to do the pressure check. And I hate when I get pressure check people and they be like, yo, you didn't even call me. You know what I'm saying? So we do a little pressure check, see if somebody can get on the line. We're going to try the first one. Cause I want to get a female's opinion. And I know we got some comments. So if you want Al, we can read those comments too. I think y'all all for the birthday wishes and all the birthday love. You know what I'm saying? It really means a lot. And I got Traylon in the building. And we got 5 more things I'm going to read, you know what I'm saying, into our red flags. So we had, you know what I'm saying, the first topic was what, Wiz?
First topic.
Oh, you forgot. sometimes players slip. You know what I'm saying? So when you overlook red flags because the vibe is too good, you know what I'm saying? So we was on 5, okay? Low-key thrill-seeking, okay? So 5, low-key thrill-seeking. Some women crave emotional roller coasters because stable relationships feel boring and unchallenging. Is that what you doing, huh? Producer P, is that what you doing? I mean, you can start that. Is that what you doing, Producer P? You know what I'm saying? You want to put me on the emotional roller coaster? You remember that one? Emotional roller coaster? All right. Number 6, self-worth confusion. A woman may subconsciously believe that she doesn't deserve better, so she likes to stay with the toxic relationship behavior as passion. She takes it as passion. Number 6, self-worth. Do you got some self-worth? Number 7, all right, red flags as green lights. Sometimes they see a red flag as a green light, Al. If past relationships were also toxic red flags, they can feel familiar and therefore comfortable. So some of those red flags, they ain't gonna run away with. They're gonna run too. You know what I'm saying? You better stop it. Number 8, fear of being alone. What we said, we're going to leave that right there, okay? And then number 9, that's why we had to get to this, Al. Number 9, you know what I'm saying? I need a ride or die chick. Number 9 is on the list, all right? Number 9, ride or die myth. Pop culture often glorifies loyalty even in the dysfunctional, promoting the idea that, you know, enduring chaos equals real good love. You enduring chaos, or is it real good love? Al, that was an old school song too, right? Real Good Love?
Yeah, real love.
Real love, right?
Real love.
So you enduring or is it real love? You know what I'm saying? You got that Mary Jane, okay? And the illusion of death, red flag, okay? Behavior is misread as death or mysteriousness or triumph, sparking controversy instead of caution. They like to have controversy over caution, Al. So if you got those red flags, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? We gonna try one phone call, and if we don't get it, then we out of here, Al. The pressure check, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if somebody will come on and give us they feel. Because everybody been quiet today on the chat, man. They didn't want to talk about these red flags, Wiz. Well, I don't know what happened.
They scared.
They scared?
They scared because they might be the red flag person.
They are the red flag person. I think that's exactly what it is, man. They scared because they are the red flag person. You know, and once again, like I said, if you need something to do this Sunday, make sure y'all look at the links, you know what I'm saying, the links. You can follow them on Instagram. They got the adult game night. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go check that out. I'm not talking about whips and chains, Wiz. We not talking about that. We talking about the basics, a little bit of Uno. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of checkers, maybe. You might even get some backgammon, but you ain't gonna get no. You know what? Backgammon was too much.
Backgammon was too much.
Backgammon was too much. Try a little backgammon, ladies and gentlemen. You might like it. So we're going to see if anybody picks up on the pressure check. And like I said, our pressure check segment is we reach out to, you know, someone else, you know what I mean? And see what their thoughts is on what we got going on.
Hello?
Do-do. And then after this, we're going to have some celebrations. Libations. That's what they call it nowadays. Libations. What else you got going on, Wiz?
Man, I'm just happy to be here with you, man.
Yeah, I am too.
You know what I'm saying?
Al, you let me know if we ready, Al?
This thing ain't working right.
Oh, they working on it. So the comments, I can't see. Let me see. Let me see. We got the bat line. I'm gonna read some of these comments. So
call me on the
bat line. Emma said, "Happy birthday, Tyrone. I was not able to send you a message. I pray that God bless you on this day. Many more. Love you. Enjoy 45. I sure will." Kay Taylor said, "Happy birthday, Gatekeeper. I appreciate it." Reggie said, "Those are major red flags." What kind of things are major red flags? No, don't be holding back, King of Paddles. Because I think if I walk in your house and I'm a girl and I see paddles on the wall, yeah, that might be a red flag. I might have to turn around. I don't know if I can go through with this. You know what I'm saying? Wings and chains game night. Whips and chains at game night. Oh my God. See, listen, man. That's that other show that be on TV, BET. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into that. You know what I'm saying? All the Queens men. You know, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? But if you are down with that, that's your type of thing. Then go ahead. I'm just saying, certain red flags, like and that's why I brought up earlier with the trauma of the red flags. And when we talked about the video, you know what I'm saying, mixed signals, those are the red flags that we're giving out for our culture that we take poverty and make it so cool that everybody thinks that being broke is really black life. Like every black person, it's not an anomaly to see a rich black person. We're out there, and you can be one too. So those red flags or that stuff, we got to change, and we got to start growing a little bit. And if you do slip on a red flag, know why you're staying. You know what I mean? Know why you're staying. So we might not get the pressure check in today, but we'll get it in on the next show because I know we got to get ready to wrap it up. Al, can we just show the flyers for the party that's coming up this Sunday? And then we'll go from there. Y'all. Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I come out to the links, man. Game night, there it is right there. The address is all up there. Y'all ain't got no excuse. All right, May 4th, you see the hours, you know what I'm saying, from 6 to 10 p.m. Get there early. They got food on deck. They got alcohol on deck. You know what I'm saying? They got an inside and an outside so you can get some air without having to leave the environment. They got good games. You can follow them on Instagram at The Links. Make sure y'all go do that and y'all get to meet some artists. And this is an every Sunday thing. You know what I'm saying? They had 33, Oh, free before 9. Yeah, make sure y'all read that. Free before 9. And y'all see the address, 3308 White Plains Road, Triple Z. Make sure y'all go and check them out, okay? Free before 9. Get up in there. Have a good time. I got to give, and the reason why, I was happy that they wanted to, be on this segment, I got to get them their props. Yo, Franchise-ism and Ty, you know what I'm saying, Little Bill, and everybody else that's a part of their organization at the links, they are consistent. Every Sunday, they show up to show a good time, to make sure everybody leaves happy. I haven't went there not one time and had a bad experience. It's networking. You want to network? That's where you need to be. You want to meet new artists? That's where you need to be. You want to be entertained? That's where you need to be, all right? You better bring some ones, all right? There's been a couple times there was some surprises in there, and you needed some ones, all right? You said Suze before? You needed some ones, you know what I'm saying? My wife saw me as a red flag. I was out there throwing the ones, you know what I'm saying? I ain't go pick them up either. I was throwing some ones. I only had about 10, I ain't know they was coming. I only had 10, you know what I'm saying? But I was making it stress. I was like,
stress like
I was like,
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
You know what I'm saying? I was like her son for Friday, make it enough. I had to make it enough. So make sure y'all go out there Sunday and show some love. And once again, shout out to Ty Benson. Look like you did pretty good on Chucky's Cut, you know what I'm saying? Yes. We want to thank everybody from supporting Behind the Enemy Lines, IAXISRADIO. We got merch on the website. Make sure y'all go check out the website, IAXISRADIO.com. We got t-shirts, we got hats, we got book bags, we got flyers, whatever you might need, all right? If you need a place to call home, reach out to Big Al. This might be the place for you. See the feng shui.
See the home. See the red phone.
Oh, listen here, man. I want to thank my Taurus sister for the cookies that she baked for me. You know who you are, Special K. You know what I'm saying? Keisha, thank you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to eat them. Wiz, you ain't getting more than one. You already know what it is.
What? Wait, what?
You heard what it is. You know what it is.
Man,
all right?
Listen.
So once again, it's Taurus season. Happy birthday to all the Tauruses. Once again, thank you to everybody that was on every video and the ones that couldn't be there. I know y'all got love for me. I appreciate y'all. We see y'all on the 17th. Behind the Enemy Lines, a podcast where we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. Peace. Leave them red flags alone, man. Leave them alone, man.
Let's pick up the red phone.
Walk away. Buffalo Don, say no. Buffalo Don, say no. He was quiet. We seen the red flags, showing us pictures, and she never come over.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
That was a prank. That was a prank. It did my man Shador dirty when they put that prank phone call.
I thought that was the Giants people doing that.
Nah, that was a prank phone call, man. We ain't even talk about that. They should got more than fined for that. They should make that boy be his lackey for a year. How about that? Carry my cleats around, clean up the football field, show you how it is. And and I was mad because other people was like, there was other people getting pranked, but they made sure to visually post his prank being done.
You prank me all the time. It's like, yo, Wiz, you won the game today.
I know, but, it is what it is. We friends. We can do that. And it's this girl that's going around. I wanted to show a video on her. We're going to get out of here after this. But she going around. Y'all got to chill with these pranks. There's 2 pranks that I don't feel is pranks. Like, some of the things that people are doing for fame, they got to stop. The girl that's going around, she be like, yo, what you looking at? Or she'll knock your shoulder out your hand, and then she be like, oh, it's a prank. You gotta stop. Somebody gonna shoot that little girl one day, man. Like, she's tough. She be like, she'll walk up on you and be like, why you looking sleepy, yo?
I am sleepy.
Yo, I'm tired of you looking sleepy. Who you talking to like that? And like, she be ODing. And then there's the other ones that's walking around with the fake jewelry. Like, a kid will pop up in your hood, and he have on a whole bunch of fake jewelry, and they be like, yo, I'm looking for like a Chinese store or something. Dudes is backing out the ratchet on these kids, and they trying to go viral off of that, man. We gotta stop, man.
Yeah,
and there's no question. One man or 100 men versus a gorilla, y'all niggas is stupid. Y'all ain't see King Kong yet, y'all dying. I'm not getting in the way of that.
We be
gorilla.
behind the line watching, yo.
I ain't getting in the way.
Watching,
ain't nothing to talk about. Y'all talking about all these buffed up dudes. Nah, I'm a little cocky, but he's a prime animal for a reason.
King Kong never mess with me.
You never mess with me. I ain't got no. Listen, if you ain't got Godzilla on your side, mind your business, right?
Gorilla, yeah.
We done.
Killer Gorilla. That was my friend.
All right, time to get to the feast and the festival. Peace.
Peace.
Oh my God.
What up, kid?
Good, yo, gatekeeper, how you living?
I will look.
Good.
You know, keeping it working, better green entertainment, man. All right, so I'm gonna see you around, all right? I gotta get moving.
Good with my hand do. They ain't see me putting in no work, but watch what this man do. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. Oh God, I'm good with my hand do. They ain't see me putting in no work, but watch what this man do. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. Oh God.
You surprised when you see me, everything good. I ain't posted on the corner, but I'm just as hood. Back-to-back trips, late night flips. Sitting on the pitch, ain't no feel like this. The life of a dark black, Gotham is alright. 450 on the back, Fendi to match. The demons that I pack are all least on the track. On my way to the top and I ain't looking for stops. Quiet grind, plenty time, putting in work. The way I mingle with my words, my pen is born berserk. Niggas never seem to get into you, making them hurt. You can tell by my design why I need to be first. I'm in amongst boys who playing with toys. Yeah, looking like a 25, check for the noise. While you banging out, laying down, I'm chasing the money. Talking to myself, saying these boys can't guard me.
I'm good with my hand do. They ain't see me putting in no work, but watch what this man do. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. Oh God, I'm good with my hand do. They ain't see me putting in no work, but watch what this man do. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. Oh God.
It's crazy when I'm pulling up, products and they sitting right. Stepping out fresh, get a glimpse of nigga living right. Did it for myself, never was the type to try to bite. Came from the bottom, same story you done heard right. Life like mine, you ain't never heard a line like I'm happy being pimpin'. I ain't trying to get the Jordan light. Training in the shadows, going hard, another late night. Balls over your head, nothing ain't connect yet. Niggas wanna pull up, but they ain't got the strength yet. Don't dare look at the ball if you ain't got a full set. Holding on for dear life. Look, he afraid of heights. Old head told him, young boy, you gotta hit it right. Message from the Lord, don't scribble. You was born to write too many in the dark. You my force, we gon' bring the light. My house soul's black, you ain't skip to the question. It's hitting in the notes, you gotta dig for the lesson.
I'm good with my hand do. They ain't see me putting in no work, but watch what this man do. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. Oh God, I'm good with my hand do. They ain't see me putting in no work, but watch what this man do. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. When I step up, I'ma pull up hard. Oh God.